So the 2020 iPad Pro landed on the 25th of March last year, and what we know from various leaks lately is that there's an updated 2021 iPad Pro lineup coming any day now. So in this video I'm going to share those leaked specs and give you my thoughts on the new iPad Pro 2021. The Apple sphere is alive with rumours, news and other things coming up very soon, including some new colours on the accessory lineup in spring, so stay tuned for that. And before we get into the nitty gritty about the iPad Pro, make sure you do subscribe and press the bell so you don't miss any uploads coming up very soon. We know there are two new iPad Pros coming out very soon. It was supposed to be around the 25th of March. John Prosser on Twitter let us know it was going to be the 23rd or 25th, but looks like he got that wrong. Never mind, John. Maybe next time. So it looks like it's going to be an April launch, and we know there's iPad Pros coming along with maybe an updated iPad mini and normal iPad. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting launch along with maybe the AirTags. Are we going to finally see these AirTags? Do we need AirTags? I'm not sure I do. The iPad Pros though, there's going to be two versions, an 11-inch and the 12.9-inch Pro in 2021. Both, we're hearing, are going to feature 5G, which makes sense because all of Apple's iPhone lineup now have 5G. 5G is still a relatively new thing, especially here in the UK, but if I'm totally honest, I haven't really noticed a major increase in the speeds whilst I've been using my iPhone 12 this year. I think the main reason is for the devices adding 5G at the moment is to make sure they are totally future-proof for the years to come. But 5G is a welcome addition to the 2021 iPad Pro lineup. Probably the biggest news of the 2021 iPad Pro release is that they are going to feature a new screen, a mini LED 120Hz screen, which will give you faster refresh rates along with better contrast ratios over the standard LED and OLED used in the phones. This looks like it's going to be only on the flagship 12.9-inch model though, which will upset some iPad users, but I think Apple this year will create some distance between the two models. They've got their reasons for doing that, I'm sure, and maybe we'll touch on that in another video, but make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any uploads coming soon. Press the like button while you're down there, it really helps this channel grow. I've heard conflicting reports on how expensive this mini LED is to manufacture, so maybe it will bring the price down a little bit or maybe it will hike it up. Either way, the new 2020 iPad Pro will start at around $800 for the Wi-Fi only 11-inch version, all the way to $1,150 for the 12.9-inch flagship. The addition of the mini LED technology means that LEDs will be smaller, which provide greater control of localized backlighting, allowing for higher brightness and deeper blacks. As well as boosting the contrast ratio, as mentioned before, it will also use less power, which is always a massive bonus when it comes to using smaller devices like the iPad and the iPhone. Maybe we'll see some of this mini LED leak into iPhone release later on in the year. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. The display may be changing, but I don't see any major overhaul of the design in 2021 for the iPad Pro. This squared off design, which I love the look of, by the way, is here to stay. Camera wise, it looks like the same setup, but with the always present improved camera capabilities. Thinner bezels is also a possibility, along with the Apple Pencil charging magnet on the top and the power button staying in the same positions. So power and ports, the iPads in 2021 are going to feature this new A14X, or will it be called the A14Z Bionic chip? We'll have to wait and see, but either way it's rumoured to be pretty much the same power and performance wise to the M1 chip that we've seen lately in the new MacBooks, which is amazing. That will make this thing super fast. It makes sense though, as improved connectivity to external monitors and faster transfer speeds are expected out of this new iPad Pro in 2021 because of the new Thunderbolt connector, which is set to replace the USB-C on the bottom as well. This is the same as a USB-C, but with added capabilities to allow for that faster transfer speeds and ability for the iPad users to connect to additional displays and other accessories. In terms of design, the connector is the same, but the technology is just much better. If I could use my iPad Pro as my main editing computer connected to an external display and an SSD at the same time, I definitely would. But I still think Apple will stop short in 2021 of making this new iPad Pro a laptop killer. It just doesn't make sense, especially with the recent push of the new M1 chip and the amazing performance of the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro we've seen recently. Like I said at the top of the video, in addition to the new iPad Pros in 2021, we can also expect to see a refreshed iPad mini and iPad this April. Having used the iPad Pro now for over a year, let me tell you, I would never go back to a normal iPad though. This thing is an absolute beast. On the accessory front, you can expect to see a new Apple Pencil, which is going to have a new gloss design and probably lower latency. And that's all I've got to tell you about the accessories at the moment. So in conclusion, look, this looks great. No major news, no life-changing technologies introduced. But if you're someone who's been thinking about buying an iPad Pro for a while, maybe now is time to pull the trigger. Recently, an opinion poll voted the 2018 iPad Pro one of the most future-proof devices ever made. I can totally vouch for that. I've owned this 2018 iPad Pro and still don't even come close to using it to its full potential. So 2 generations later, the iPad Pro 2021 is about to be released, and it's going to be another class-leading device from Apple, which is going to keep you connected, productive and creative for years to come. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you please subscribe and press the bell so you don't miss any uploads. We're going to be doing plenty of news releases and hopefully trying to get our hands on a few of the new Apple devices coming up over the next month or so. So there's plenty of exciting videos coming soon. But until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys. 2020 iPad Pro landed on the 25th of March last year, and what we know from various leaks lately that there is an along with the new iPad Pros that are coming out, we know there's 2 new versions of the iPad. We hear there is 2 new versions of the iPad Pro coming out very soon. Oh, something in my eye. Oh. It's all about. Let's go. It is to